We've made it through the long 20-day review, and we are now on lesson 221. So that's how far we've gone in the year together with our daily lessons. And today it's peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. Now, if you had a command in your pocket that you could direct your thinking towards, isn't this one so valuable? Peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. If you could just say, pause. Everybody, sit down. If you're talking to your thoughts, all my thoughts be still. Father, I come to you today to seek the peace that you alone can give. I come in silence, in the quiet of my heart, the deep recesses of my mind. I wait and listen for your voice. My Father, speak to me today. I come to hear your voice in silence and in certainty and love. Sure, you will hear my call and answer me. So we are going to have quiet today. Now do we wait in quiet. God is here because we wait together. I am sure that he will speak to you and you will hear. Accept my confidence, for it is yours. Our minds are joined. We wait with one intent, to hear our Father's answer to our call, to let our thoughts be still and find his peace, to hear him speak to us of what we are, and to reveal himself unto his Son. So it's a different vibe. I did post a video right before this one that talks about what is forgiveness and an introduction to this last segment of lessons for the year. Aha! That makes me happy. I'm done in 2024. All right, so we're going to be quiet and we're going to listen for the voice of God. So, how do you feel about that? Jesus said for lesson 221, you may be feeling some hesitation with the idea of hearing voices in your head. Well, why is that? Because society says that's crazy. You have this ingrained belief and fear that you will be judged and locked up if you are hearing voices in your head, because that's what we do to crazy people who hear voices in their head. So notice your issues that are arising with lesson 221. If you're having fear and doubt, resistance, make a note of the things that are coming up for you and find the belief in your mind. Look around in your mind and find the belief that is telling you that. So we want to heal that belief. All of your thoughts and feelings that you have are coming from your beliefs that you hold to be true about reality. So if something doesn't feel good, and fear and doubt and resistance and thinking that people are going to judge you and think you're crazy and lock you up, that does not feel good. So you have allowed the belief that tells you that, you've allowed that belief to reside in your mind. So today, look around, see what you notice, make a note of it, and let's begin to heal it. And as far as healing beliefs, I do think that like identifying the belief, maybe you got to wrestle it to the ground, whisper in its ear, you don't belong here. Understanding like, hey, I've let that belief live inside my head. Now I think these thoughts, now I feel these feelings. I don't want this in my mind anymore. I'm aware of it now. I'm going to replace it with something else. And today we are replacing it with peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. And that is our goal today, letting our thoughts be still, giving a space in our mind that something else could come through. We probably are, I know I am, pretty much aware of what runs around like a wild beast at times. Unstructured, undisciplined. And that kind of belief and thinking can really cause you havoc, but you have to admit to yourself and take responsibility. I've allowed this to reside in my mind. I've allowed this belief. And now this belief is giving me these thoughts and these feelings. So if I want to hear the voice of Holy Spirit, of Jesus, of God, of my higher self, of truth, doesn't really even matter what word you use to describe it. I have to have a quiet mind, or I'm not going to hear guidance. I'm not going to hear anything. So be still. All of you guys, sit down and be quiet. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 221 Insights. Peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. As I affirm today's lesson title, it seems my thoughts are anything but still. That is why I need this practice. Just because my mind seems to be flitting from one meaningless thought to another, it is not justification for me to give up. It is simply an indication that I need to continue practicing my mind training. Yesterday, a group of us here created a new song. We sang phrases over and over until we liked the way they sounded. Then we would add to those phrases until we were practicing an entire verse. Over and over, we repeated it, gradually expanding our repetition until it encompassed the entire song. Sometimes we would adjust the length of the note to make it flow better and repeat it again. Over and over, we practiced. We wanted to reach the point where the song flowed easily and freely. If we missed a word or note, we just took it as a signal to keep practicing until we reached our goal. The same applies to letting peace enter my mind and letting all my thoughts be still. I just need to keep practicing until I reach the goal. I have been letting my mind be cluttered with the meaningless thoughts of the ego for a long time. Now I want to build a new habit, so I need to keep practicing each time an ego thought tempts me. It simply means I need to practice releasing it to give up the meanings I have given to ego thoughts. With each practice, awareness of peace grows stronger. With each practice, my song, the song of love that has been eternally in my heart, grows stronger and more clear. The song of love gains more and more of my attention as I reduce the attention I have given to the ego. In truth, the song of Christ is all there is to hear. The hand of Christ is all there is to hold. There is no journey but to walk with him. The purpose of ego thoughts is to drown out God's thoughts. God's thoughts are always there as we are willing to quiet the ego thoughts in our minds. Holy Spirit is there to build a bridge from the loud and raucous ego thought system to the quiet peace, joy, and love of our true eternal home. Our true home is the mind of God. God created us as one, and that cannot change. God's eternal love never changes. God's peace never changes. God's joy never changes. On the other hand, the ego's thoughts are in a constant state of flux. There is no safety there. There is no peace there. There is no joining there. It is always looking for something more, something different, something more exciting, some new way to be special and unique. It is always looking for its replacement for God's love in all the wrong places. It is a hopeless journey. Its dreams are filled with the illusion of separation, suffering, and death. It is only when we are willing to let all these thoughts be laid aside that we receive the help of the Holy Spirit as our guide out of this hell of separation from our true nature. There, Holy Spirit knows it is a gradual process. The Holy Spirit knows we are so familiar with the constant chatter of the ego that it seems difficult to lay it down. That is why the Holy Spirit invites us to practice retraining our mind. The Holy Spirit is gentle and kind with our process of awakening. As we are ready, the Holy Spirit always brings us the next step in the undoing of the ego's insanity of separation. The Holy Spirit remembers the truth and brings our illusions gently to a conclusion. Today's lesson is of great help in enhancing this process of laying the ego's thoughts of separation down. The ego's insane thoughts of separation have seemed very plausible and real to us. We have believed it and experienced its chaotic repertoire. We now know this dream of separation is a useless journey and are gradually learning to lay it down. We understand very clearly that we need the constant, consistent help of the Holy Spirit to undo the grip we have had on the ego. As we lay the ego down, fears come up that there will be nothing to replace it. Fears come up that we are losing the only thing we know. We have become so familiar with the ego thought system that our identity seems to be falling away with it. And this is true. The good news is that the Holy Spirit knows how to bring us safely across this bridge of return. The Holy Spirit knows how to deal with our fears as they come up. The Holy Spirit is the great comforter as we gradually leave behind the old stories of deception and conflict. As we hold Holy Spirit's hand, we are led to a quiet inner world, an inner life that is calm and peaceful, sure and strong. As we learn to live in the world the Holy Spirit leads us to feel, we feel the touch of Christ, our true nature. It is always gentle and consistent. We gradually realize that it does not come and go. It is always there. It is just we who have pulled away from its healing light. Step by step, we are gradually led to the deeper waters of God's peace. Our pulling away gradually subsides as we grow more secure with the deeper layers of peace. We feel the truth that God is our strength and vision is His gift. We open our mind to see past the ego's silly ideas of separation. We practice opening to the Holy Spirit's gentle guidance more and more each day. We know deep inside that we are on the strong and sure-footed path of return to accepting our true identity as love and nothing else. pathwaysoflight.org. All right, so we are definitely done with the review and the little liners 1, 2 and the little quick commentaries. So in a way, we got a little break with that review, but that review now sort of laid this solid platform. I am not a body, I am free. I am as God created me. And because of that, when I quiet my mind, it's very easy to connect with the energy that created me. It's very easy to hear the voice for God. So you've done the work, and now you can just be held in that quiet peace, because that's what you really want to attain in your life, the quiet mind. The life hopefully will quiet down around you, but whether it does or doesn't is irrelevant when you have a quiet, peaceful mind that you truly live in. It's when your mind is crazy and torturing you that you're suffering. So on that note, lesson 221, peace to my mind. Let all my thoughts be still. So Father, let's hang out.